my channel. Welcome to a brand new video. Welcome to your second to last day of Bookmas. Can we just take a moment and think about how crazy that is? That we are, that's 3 days till Christmas. But the day you're watching this is also my goddaughter's birthday, so happy birthday, Gabrielle. Not that you'll be watching this, but... And we are near the end of this fun 12 days of Bookmas. So, oh my god, I need to wake up. So, before we get into this video, if you do enjoy this content, book content, my name is Amelia, and I love book content, and I'm currently doing Bookmas, so you can join us now and rewatch the last 10 days as well, where we've got like reading vlogs, wrap-ups, hopefuls, fun stuff, all combined. And if you do enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up, please comment down below, please subscribe, and I will see you again very soon with a brand new video. And, oh my god, am I ending the vlog video before filming the video? I'm so good. If you do enjoy this video, I'm going to keep that in because that's funny. If you do enjoy this video, then please give it a thumbs up, please comment down below, please subscribe, please follow my social medias that are linked in the description. Without further ado, let's just get on with the actual video instead of me sounding off before we've even filmed the video, because that would be this would be a very great video. You just got the intro and then bye. Okay, so for this video, if you haven't gathered by the title, I am going to be telling you all about my 5-star reads, my official 5-star reads of 2023. Now, this is not my yearly wrap-up. I will do my whole fully year wrap-up where I talk about every single book, all 60 something books, maybe 60 to 70 books I've read in the 2023 years, in 2023. I will do a full video about that for the end of the year. However, we are going to talk about just the 5-star reads of the year because I feel like they deserve their own video. So here we are. I have 14 books that have made it to 5 stars and have deemed themselves worthy of that 5-star rating, and that is because I love them. And I think they're 5 stars whether you do or not, I don't care. Anyway, let's just get on with it. So we're going to start with a book that's not physical. I read it on my Kindle, so I haven't got a physical copy, and it is the Mindfuck series. If you haven't watched my November wrap-up, you wouldn't have heard me talk about it and rave about it. I am also going to drink my coffee while I talk about this because I don't want it to go cold. I'm not going to talk too much about it because I just spoke about it in my November wrap-up the day I'm filming this, but also I just feel like I don't need to talk too much about it now. I love this series so much. If you don't know, the Mindfuck series is a set of 5 books, but if you get a physical copy, it's one thick, chunky book. And I think if I just bought the physical copy and read that, I would have been put off just because it's so thick. I read it on Kindle and they were all separate books. I just felt like I was reading 5 different books, and I did put that, oh my god, on my Goodreads, I put it through as 5 separate books, and it was great because it made my books I had to read go up, and it was great. Hence I'm in my 60 books now. That is going cold. I loved the Mindfuck series. I loved Lana and I loved Logan. It was really cool. It was really, like, the way the story was written was really good, and it felt real. But yeah, I loved that book so much, and I would read it again in a heartbeat. We're now moving on to all the physical books here. With All Falling Down. First of all, Daisy Jones and the Six. I'm only going to say this for now because I actually read this. Also, I want to make a point. This is not in order of when I read them. I hope you know. But I reread this just before the TV show came out for a video, and this is one of my favourite books of all time. And I can say that because I read it twice, and both times I rated it 5 stars. I love this book so much. I love the series. I love the story. I love everything. I just feel so gripped. Like, I annotated this book so much. This is probably my most heavily annotated book I've got. And I don't mean just by tabs, by actual writing in it and stuff. Like, I literally love this book so much. Like, with my whole heart. I honestly cannot tell you how much I love Daisy Jones and the Six. It's so good. So good. And if you don't know Daisy Jones and the Six, I don't know where you've been sitting the last year, because it's such a good book. But I love the writing style. It's written in interview style, and I think that's why I enjoy it so much, because it's written the way, like if I was reading a magazine and reading an interview of like One Direction, I'd have loved it. So I absolutely love the story. So great. You got everyone's point of view in it, not just Billy and Daisy's. You got everyone's, and I love that about it. So I really wish we could have seen something more with Daisy and Billy's relationship, just because I think it'd be good. But I do like that that wasn't the sole focus of the story. And yeah. Then we're gonna have. I'm gonna do. If a lot of them are actually parts of the series, so if they are, I'm just gonna talk about them at the same time. So we've got two of the Dream Lab Billionaire series, the only other two. We've got Terms and Conditions, which is Declan and Iris' story. Oh, I just kicked my tripod. Declan and Iris had to go for an arranged marriage. Well, actually, Declan had to get married to get his part of inheritance, and they decided to arrange marriage because otherwise he was never gonna agree to marry anyone. And him and Iris is his personal assistant, end up getting married, and you follow their story. I loved it so much. I actually really want to reread the series so bad, because I have forgotten how much I loved this story and loved the series. But yes, so good. Then we have the final offer, which is Callahan and Alana's story, and I just loved it. I was definitely very much more, like, what's the word, attached to it for the story of Cal. Like, Cal was an alcoholic and he'd gone to rehab several times and not stuck. I grew up with an alcoholic father, so for me, I could feel it and I was connected, and I loved it. I think it was really good. My dad's not an alcoholic anymore, he's great, but it was when I was a kid. Anyway, this was a really good book. I loved it so much, and I want to read it again so bad, but I love Lauren Ash's writing, so good. Next we have Hooked and Scarred from the Never After series by Emily McIntyre. This is the first one, which is based on Peter Pan, but you're rooting for the villain in these books. And when I first picked it up, I was like, why would I do that? Don't get me wrong, I've watched Once Upon a Time, and it's one of my favourite series on TV. It was on Netflix, it's now on Disney Plus, and it was my favourite series I've ever watched. Like, I loved it, and I loved Captain Hook in there, but it's just not because of the way it's written. So I kind of understand why you'd root for the villain, because like, a lot of the villains on that end up becoming good, apart from Rumpelstiltskin. But so I really want her to do a Rumpelstiltskin book. I think that would be really cool. Anyway, I loved this book. I gave it 5 stars. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, but I adored it so much, and I would reread it again if I could. I mean, I probably could, but I don't think I'd have the same feeling, just because I know what happens. But I loved it. I'm obsessed. Then we have Scarred, which is the second book in the series, and obviously this is a Lion King retelling, and you're rooting for Scar, whose name is Tristan, and I absolutely his name's Tristan. I absolutely loved this book. I just thought it was really good. I found it really fun. I found it really dark, and I think the thing for me is this is my second dark romance, and I wasn't sure how I would feel about it, but I really enjoyed this book. I hate that I wish I waited till it was in the works, because they've now got they had it as a set, and this was actually at the same size as Hooked. This just feels really horrible to hold. But yeah. Oh, then we have Is That Good? I chucked it on the floor. Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter. This was the first Lynn Painter book I've read. And I actually fell in love with it. I know it's YA, and I know YA isn't to everyone's, like, it's not everyone's cup of tea anymore, and I understand that when you get into an adult you kind of don't want YA, but I read this after reading Twisted Games, and I was just like looking for an easy, cute romance. To be fair, this was my Instagram followers choose my next read video, the first one I did this year, but I absolutely adored this book. It was so easy to read, so cute, and I was just like, I love them. Like, Liz and Wes was so adorable. I can't. I think the reason I loved it the most was because it reminded me so much of The Duff, and The Duff is one of my favourite films. I have a lot of favourite films and TV shows, by the way, so when I say favourite for everything, it's because I'm a lot. We then have two books that I don't think I ever expected to be 5 stars. I started the Akatar series this year. Surprise, surprise. I have been like so many. Obviously, Bestie Des loves it. Like, she raves about it. And if I'm gonna be influenced by anyone, she's one of the booktubers I will be influenced to read books from, because she's like, she's great. She's got a great, every book I've picked up because of her, I've loved. So I knew I was gonna love. Well, I thought I was gonna love Court from the Akatar series, but wasn't sure. But I'm saying this: the two books out here are the second and third one. I'm not gonna talk. I haven't talked much about any of them, but obviously these are actually part. This is not like a standalone. These are part of a series. They follow on. But we got Akamath or A Court of Mist and Fury, and then you've got Akawar or Court of Rings of Ruin. I absolutely love these books. I can't remember. I'm saying I put this 5 stars. Pretty sure I saw. I checked it earlier. I don't know why I'm going to think I did. I did give it 5 stars because I checked it before doing this video. But I absolutely love these books. Look how much I have them. That's how much I love them. I love this one so much. Like, this is literally, if I could give this like 6 stars or infinite stars, this will get it. I love this book so much. I just love it so much. I can't. You have no idea how much I love it. Can you tell how much I love it by how many times I said I love it? There you go. And this was really good. I really enjoyed this book as well. Enough to give it 5 stars. I loved it. And honestly, I really want to continue the series so I can move on to like the Throne of Glass series. And then the other two the Crescent City series as well. Like, I really want to get into that kind of series. So, soon. Hopefully, soon. Next year, praying. Then we have the first 2 books in the off-campus series, The Deal and The Mistake. I love these books. Like, I honestly don't know how I got so into them and so obsessed, but I absolutely loved both of these books. You've got The Deal that follows Hannah and Garrett, and then you've got The Mistake, which follows Logan and Grace, and I love them. I honestly love them. Like, they're sports romances, but I love them. I cannot wait for the rest of the series, the Briar series, and then The Graham Effect, which is the next book, which is a book about Garrett Graham's kid. And I cannot wait. So, then we have Heartless by Elsie Silver. This is the second book in the Chestnut Spring series, and the Chestnut Spring series already has a hold on my heart. Like, give me a cowboy and I'll be happy. I want to date a cowboy. I just think that'd be great. I just love these cowboys, and I cannot wait to get a pair of cowboy boots. Not because of this. I'm actually going to get it for Taylor Swift's concert next year, but that's not the point. I loved this book the most. This was a 5-star read because it just, I loved it. I loved everything about it. I loved Cade. I loved Cade with his son, and I loved Willa with Cade's son, and I just loved Cade and Willa, and I'm like, the whole book I hooked on, and I want to I just want this life. I love them. I love this book so much, and it was so good. Like, this is my favourite one so far. I've still got Reckless and Hopeless to read, but I've read Flawless, Heartless and Powerless, and this is my favourite one by far. And look at this cover. Like, I do like the ones with the mirrors, you know, the ones the US have, but I do prefer our covers here. They're just nicer. And now we're at our final 2, and I think these 2 are my 2 favourites of the year. But we're going to start with Magnolia Parks. I absolutely love this book with my whole heart. Like, if you couldn't tell by that reaction, this book was so good. Like, I had to like replace tabs because I used so many of them. I'll say, actually, this is another one of my highly tabbed books. Like, look at it. But I am literally obsessed with this book. I miss it so much. I need to read Magnolia Parks The Long Way Home because I need to get back into this world. And I love Magnolia Parks. I know it's toxic relationships, but Magnolia and BJ Oh my god, I am obsessed. I love this book so much, honestly. I have also got the newer covers for the first two, Magnolia Parks and Daisy Hates. I've read Daisy Hates, obviously. I've got the new covers as well, but they're just in my little box because they're just there. And yeah, I don't have anything else to say to that. I loved it. And finally, I don't think you can guess, but I'm sure you might have guessed it because it's not been said yet. Awful. Honestly, anytime I actually feel like I could cry thinking about this book. I don't know why. This book just was like, I've obviously, if you haven't seen my channel recently, I've been getting into fantasy a lot more this year. I never thought I would be a fantasy girly. Here I am entering my fantasy era. Oh, my fantasy era. I love this book. Love, 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 love. Everything about it was just so good. And I just fell in love with it from the moment I started reading. And like, I just can't get over how good this book was. I read it for my like reading popular book talk books, and this was one of the books I picked up for it. And I was so apprehensive. I spent £20 on this book. Can I make a point? £20. And I was so apprehensive of not liking it because £20, and everyone was going on about how good it was. Even my friend from one of my closest friends from uni was going on about how good it was, and she loved it. And I was like, oh, okay, great. So I feel like if I don't like it, I'm letting everyone down. But oh my god, they were all right. I love this book so much. So yes. Anyway, that's it. That is actually the end of this video. I have one more video to film this year. Well, I have actually got one more video to film this year after this video has gone up. But when this video hasn't gone up, when I'm filming today, I'm doing a bulk film of 3 videos for bookmas. So if you see me in this outfit for 2 other videos before this one, that's because I filmed them all in one morning, and I'm trying to. I just get them all edited. So, yeah, if you did enjoy this video, please get a thumbs up. Please comment down below. Please subscribe, and I will see you again very soon for a brand new video. Well, I'll see you on the 24th for the final bookmas video, I should say. And we are actually officially ending this video here.